Hello students, today I'll be taking class 6, the English textbook Honeysuckle. The first lesson is Who Did Patrick's Homework? Homework, as you know, is something that is given by your teachers normally after the completion of one or two chapters. And once you do your homework, you know whether you have understood the lesson or not. Now, there are many students who don't like homework at all, isn't it? Some of you are also among them. We find homework very boring. So, this is a story about Patrick, who also did not like homework at all. But he had to do his homework anyway, because if he did not finish his homework, he would never get his good grades in exams. Let's see what happens in this story, what happens to his homework. I'll be reading the lesson line by line, and I will be explaining some of the new words, maximum new words or difficult words are given with explanation in the text itself, as you can see. Now Patrick, he never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played hockey and basketball and Nintendo instead. Instead of doing his homework, he would play games, even video games, Nintendo. His teachers told him, Patrick, do your homework or you won't learn a thing. And it's true. Sometimes he did feel like an ignoramus. Sometimes Patrick felt as if he was an ignorant person, a person who doesn't know anything. But what could he do? He hated homework. So the reason for not doing his homework is that Patrick did not like homework. Then one day he found his cat playing with a little doll and he grabbed it away. To his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all, but a man of the tiniest size. So one day he found something. He thought that it was a doll at first, but then he saw that it was not a doll. In fact, it was a man, very short, small man. He had a little wool shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high towel that hat much like a witch's. He yelled, Save me! Don't give me back to that cat! I will grant you a wish. I promise you that. So the little man, the elf, was shouting for help, and in return he promised to grant Patrick a wish. Patrick couldn't believe how lucky he was. Here was the answer to all his problems. So now Patrick saw there's a chance. He's going to help the elf, and in return he's going to get something from the elf. So I said, only if you do all my homework till the end of the semester, that is 35 days. So promise. Patrick put a condition. He said, okay, I'll help you, but you have to do something for me, and that is, you will be doing my homework for the semester. Semester is a 6 months, any half yearly system. If you do a good enough job, I could even get A's. So Patrick said, if you do my homework fairly, then I have a chance to get A grades. The little man's face wrinkled like a dishcloth thrown in the hamper. He kicked his legs and doubled his fist, and he grimaced and scowled and pursed his lips. This is the reaction of the elf. He was in a very tight spot. He cannot refuse because he had already promised. So this is the reaction that the elf showed. Oh, am I cursed? But I will do it. Finally, he said, okay, I'm going to do it. And true to his word, the little elf, began to do Patrick's homework. Except there was one glitch. There was only one problem. And the problem is, the elf did not always know what to do when he needed help. Help me, he would say. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. The elf did not know many things about his homeworks, so he asked for help from Patrick, and Patrick had to help. I don't know this word, the elf squeaked while reading Patrick's homework. Get me a dictionary. No, that's what's even better. Look up the word and sound it out by each letter. So, this is how the elf was asking Patrick to do works for him. He would ask for a dictionary. Not only that, he would ask him to spell the words one by one. When it come when it came to maths, Patrick was out of luck. Even in case of math also, Patrick was unlucky because the elf needed help in math also. What are timetables? The elf squeaked. We elves never need that. And addition and subtraction and division and fractions? Here, sit down beside me. You simply must guide me. So these things, addition, subtraction, fraction, these things were unknown to the elf. The elves never needed those things. So he said to Patrick, okay, help me, guide me. Elves know nothing of human history. To them, it's a mystery. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. Now you see the rhyme here. It's like a poem, isn't it? See the line. So the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder, shouter, louder. Rhyme. Go to the library, I need books, more and more books, and you can help me read them too. It's not that the elf asked Patrick to bring books from the library, he asked Patrick to read them too. And Patrick was doing these things obediently. As a matter of fact, actually, every day in every way, that little elf was a nag. It was a troublesome person. Patrick was working harder than ever, and was it a drag? No, it was boring for him also. He was staying up nights, had never felt so weary, was going to school with his eyes puffed and bleary. So it was Patrick who was waking up nights after nights, and in the morning he went to school. His eyes were already red, they were puffed up because of the sleepless nights he had, because he was working. Finally, the last day of school arrived, and the elf was free to go. As for homework, there was no more, so he quietly and shyly slipped out of the back door. There was no homework left, so the elf ran away. Patrick got his A's. As expected, Patrick got A grades in his subjects. His classmates were amazed. They were amazed because earlier, he was not a good student. He did not complete his homework. Now that he has completed his homework, it was a surprising thing for all his classmates also. His teachers smiled and were full of praise. The teachers were praising him. And his parents, they wondered what had happened to Patrick. He was now the model kid. Cleaned his room, did his chores, was cheerful, never rude, like he had developed a whole new attitude, as if Patrick has changed. He is a good boy now. And his parents were also wondering, thinking what had happened to this boy. You see, in the end, Patrick still thought he had made that tiny man do all his homework. But I'll share a secret. Just between you and me, it wasn't the elf. Patrick had done it himself. Of course, we now know that it was Patrick who did his work, not the elf. because all the time it was Patrick who was doing all the hard work. Okay, that brings to the end of the story. This is a story by Carol Moore. Now that we have completed the story, let us discuss the questions. Here's the question. What did Patrick think his cat was playing with? What was it really? Patrick thought that his cat was playing with a little doll. His cat was actually playing with an extremely tiny man, an elf. Why did the little man grant Patrick a wish? The little man granted Patrick a wish because he wanted to escape from the cat. What was Patrick's wish? Patrick wanted the elf to do all his homework till the end of the semester. In what subjects did the little man need help to do Patrick's homework? To do Patrick's homework, the little man needed help in English, math, and human history. How did Patrick help him? Patrick helped him by working harder than ever. He even stayed up at nights. And the final question. Who do you think did Patrick's homework? The little man or Patrick himself? Give reasons for your answer. Well, we know Patrick himself did his homework. Since the elf did not know anything, in order to help him, Patrick had to stay up nights and work hard. As a result of this, he got A's in his work. His teachers and parents were happy to see the changes in him. Therefore, it was Patrick who did the homework, not the little man. Now, these are some of the words and phrases we have come across, and let us fill in the blanks. These are the words: out of luck, then mystery, then true to his word, and course, semester, between you and me, and look up. So this is done for you. Some people find household chores, the word we course here, bore, but I like to help at home. Then the next one, who stole the diamond, is still a mystery. Then third one, this semester we are going to have a class exhibition. Then true to his word, the elf began to help Patrick. Then can you look up this word in the dictionary? Look up is finding, to find. Then I started early to be on time, but I was out of luck. I was unlucky. There was a traffic jam. Then she says she has got a lot of books, but between you and me, that's what way of saying some secret, sharing a secret. I think most of them are borrowed. Students, I hope this lesson will be useful for you. Please read the lesson yourself. Thank you. Good day.